How's it going, everyone? VenomousStare here, back with Game 4 of Neeb versus Hydra. Neeb is currently up 2-1 in the series. This game is going to be on frozen fields, and if you don't know who these players are by now in this best of 5, Neeb is an American Protoss, very good player in the top left. Hydra is a Korean player. He's very good as well. He's in the bottom right. More lag. You know, they were complaining about this last game. Blizzard has the land technology. They choose not to use it. Interesting decision. So we see pro gamers lagging at tournaments as they play 10 feet away from each other. Oh, that's pretty jokish. It looks like Hydra's going to take a very early third. Let's see if Neeb sees it. I'm sure he can. Surely he's going to look, right? Right? Okay, I guess not. So I wonder if he can deduce what's going on or if he literally just doesn't know. Where is this rallied? Okay, I think he'll figure out regardless. Warp Gate on the way and a chrono boosted Stalker on the way for Neeb, which is good because obviously it can clear out Overlords. Neeb's going to... Okay, so see, he sees this third, which is good for him. And he throws this phase forward, so Neeb getting scouting information. There's really nothing to see, to be honest. But Hydra gets Lings in the base of Neeb and sees his upgrade starting. Resonating Glaives, which increases the attack speed of Adepts. So I'll be interested to see what Hydra's response to this is. As he has these fast 3 bases, he'll be able to make lots of drones if he wants. He also has the ability to produce lots of units at once. Robo on the way for Neeb. In past games, we've seen him go Stargate and then put on 2 Robos. So an interesting variation here. I think he's going to try to take a third, if I were to guess. Yes, there it is. So Neeb takes a third. Great move. Now, how is he going to hold this, you might be asking? Well, he's going to harass Hydra with the Warp Prism and Adepts and make it where every time Hydra wants to attack, he gets backstabbed with Adepts. Adept phase is coming forward and Neeb takes it. He's going to say screw it and go in. And these Adepts are under peril, but they're also doing lots of damage, which is nice to see. Phase is going down to the third base of Hydra. Neeb decides not to take it, and he's going to continue to fight the army of Hydra. He might actually get a queen for his trouble here. Throwing more phases forward, and Neeb loses all of his Adepts. However, while he was doing that, the Warp Prism was flying over, and he's going to harass a bit. He needs to be careful not to lose this. Very close to dying. So nice defense by Hydra. 1 power mortal on the way for Neeb. And he's adding more gates. More drones coming for Hydra, as well as a Hydralisk Den and Roach Speed. If we go to income, the Protoss is ahead, which is obviously terrible for Zerg. That's the last thing you want to see. Neeb says lag again. I say LAN again. Neeb needs to throw down Photon Overcharges. Probably can't because he's lagging. There it goes. Neeb, nice little hot pickup micro there on that 7-kill Adept. Hydra is building Hydras as well as an Evo chamber. The lack of drones in the Lurker Den leads me to believe that this is going to be a dedicated Lurker push. Although there's really no definite way of telling. Stalkers defend the scouting from Neeb. Hydra doesn't really see anything worth of value. There was nothing to be seen. And if we go to income, both players are doing very well. Hydra's elected to take a 4th. He has made a few drones, okay. So it's not a complete Lurker bust. 4 Lurkers on the way for Hydra. And if we go to units, Neeb has one observer, and it's with his main army. Hydra's fourth is completed, and he immediately walks a queen down there. This is very good. If you make extra queens as Zerg, oftentimes it's advantageous to just use one of them to throw down to your fourth, so you can start injecting immediately. Neeb is going to see all of it. He's going to see all of it, guys. He knows what's coming. This watchtower was incredibly important for him, and now he's going to be ready for this attack. One of the hardest attacks to deal with if you're not ready is a lurker attack, so that scouting information was very valuable. Lurker's pushing forward here, and Neeb is going to try to snipe one, doesn't quite get it, brings his observer forward. Ooh, Neeb blinks away. He might have, ooh, tough to see. Ooh, the guns come forward. Here's Neeb with the guns. Snipes three, count them, three lurkers. Huge move. That really guts this push from Hydra. Force field's coming forward here, but with only two lurkers left, he doesn't have very much firepower anymore. Neeb has a disruptor as well, and blink. This disruptor is going to go forward here and damage the lurkers. Ooh, but Hydra intelligently lifts them forward. But Neeb blinks forward and tries to snipe one, doesn't quite get it. This Immortal is very, very low. The disruptor for Neeb goes down, but Hydra just cannot fight. He simply does not have the right unit composition to deal with fighting this Protoss army straight up. 10 roaches on the way for Hydra, which is smart, because he really needs units to tank for his Hydras. Hydras are very, very squishy. They do good damage, but they just don't have the health to be frontline fighters. Neeb takes a fourth. What I would consider the unorthodox location to take a fourth, but the correct one in this instance, because Hydra's already proven that he has a penchant for pushing this side of the map. Neeb is going to swing down to Hydra's fourth. Now he doesn't have his mothership core, so there is a chance that he can get his army caught out. But he has force field, so there's not that big of a chance. Neeb is going to push down, but decide better. Ooh, disruptor! Oh my lord, that was filthy. Wow, 8 kill disruptor. And that's not 8 kills worth of lings, guys. That's 8 kills worth of good units that cost a lot of money. Hydra tries to be cute and counterattack, but Neeb just turns on Photon Overcharge and warps into depths. So now Hydra is stuck between a rock and a hard place. Two disruptor shots coming forward. They get one lurker. Here comes the engagement. Hydra's trying to run forward, but he really needs to fight with these lurkers. But Neeb has the composition and the micro to deal with these lurkers. Hydra intelligently placed these lurkers at his third too, instead of just placing all of them at his fourth. Neeb is breaking down these rocks to make sure he doesn't get funneled into a choke and die to lurkers. Another counterattack coming for Hydra, but Neeb is so close to it already it looks like he's just going to pull back. Hydra tries to run away, but he loses almost all of his lings for his trouble. He's going to try to kill Neeb's fourth while Neeb's distracted. Neeb's army might be a little caught. Ooh, nice hit there from the disruptor. Lurker's pushing forward. Neeb is forced to retreat. Another disruptor shot coming forward. Gets a little bit. Lots and lots of probes going down for Neeb. This was a great move by Hydra. He forced him to multitask and then attacked him at another location. Nice micro there from Hydra too. Hydra's playing very well. Ooh, a depth phase is coming forward. And he cancels them. So a bit of a bluff there. More disruptor shots coming forward, and Neeb kills a couple Hydras. More disruptor shots coming forward. Neeb kills a couple lurkers. So Neeb is picking and prodding away at Hydra and gets another decent shot there with the disruptors. Hydra's going to say screw it and run forward. He knows he can't keep getting picked apart, but he doesn't really have the firepower to deal with this Protoss army. And all of the Hydras are going to die. Neeb simply has too much here. He can just run over the lurkers despite the very high DPS. Blinks forward, destroys the lurkers, and that was an expensive army Hydra just lost. More defensive lurkers for Hydra as Neeb blinks forward and almost friendly fires all of his units. That would have been bad. 10 more Hydras on the way for Hydra. Now the turning point of this game, or the linchpin, or whatever you want to say, was this base having all the probes destroyed, because if Neeb had a worker advantage, he would have been able to just warp in one more cycle and decimate Hydra. But Hydra's nice harassment and multitask allowed him to stay in this game. He's going to try to push again without roaches, which is an interesting choice. But Neeb has so many gateway units that it might actually be the right choice. Hydraling coming forward here for Hydra. Neeb is doing some good micro with the disruptors. Another decent shot kills 3 Hydras. And Neeb blinks forward and runs over Hydra's army. Hydra continues to make more Hydras, but he's kind of having trouble trading against these blink stalkers and disruptors. Neeb just has so many tools at his disposal. He can torment the Zerg. And it looks like this 4th base is going to go down for Hydra. This one's about to complete, so it's not the end of the world, assuming he can save this one. But if we go to units, Hydra does not have any lurkers, which he desperately needs to defend. And Hydra GG, so Neeb wins the series 3-1. Great play from the American. If you enjoyed it, subscribe.